Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so in one of our videos where we were asked to simplify the cube root of, I think, 2 plus root 5 all over 1 plus root 5. So we came to a point where we were given that this was equal to x. So we came to a point where we had to cross multiply, and we got something like x into 1 plus the root of 5 to be equal to the cube root of 2 plus the root of 5. And then we took the cube root to this side, and that gave us x into 1 plus root of 5 all raised to the power of 3 to be equal to 2 plus the root of 5. Of course, you recall that the reason why this is so is because if square root or root, crosses equality sign, it will produce a power. So if it is square root, if it crosses, it turns into a square. If it is a cube root, it turns into a cube. If it's a fourth root, it turns into a power of 4. Right? So that's how the cube root here, coming over here, became power 3. Now, meanwhile, you recall that by indices, if I have a times b all raised to the power of n, that this is the same thing as a to the power of n multiplied by b to the power of n. Okay, so, and that's exactly what we now did there by now opening this bracket. So here was now giving us x to the power of 3 times 1 plus the square root of 5 raised to the power of 3 to be equal to 2 plus the root of 5. So at this point, I now said in that video, I'm going to include that video in the description of this one. I said in that video that the cube root of this is equal to 16 plus 8 root 5. And then I asked that viewers should try to simplify that. And then we are getting a question from one of our students to show how that is true. And that's why I'm bringing that example here. Okay? What did we do? Very simple. So to show that that is true, all you need to do is to recall that if I have x to the power of 3, that it simply means x times x times x. So that simply means 1 plus root 5 to the power of 3 simply means 1 plus the root of 5 multiplied by 1 plus the root of 5 multiplied by 1 plus the root of 5. Okay, so 1 plus root 5 multiplying itself into 3 places. Okay, so all we need to do now is to try to open up the bracket. And of course, we can do this first before the last one, knowing that multiplication is associative. Okay, so let's begin. 1 is going to multiply 1 here to give us 1. The same one will multiply root 5 to give us root 5. And then root 5, here we are done with 1, so we go over to root 5. Root 5 will multiply 1 to give us root 5. And root 5 will multiply root 5 to give us 5 alone. And I hope you know why it is 5, because root 5 times root 5 is the same thing as root 5 all squared. And your square will cancel square root to give us only 5. Alright, so that's why we have 5 here. So we bring down this 1 plus the root of 5. And so this is equal to, now we collect like terms in this bracket. So here we have 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. Root 5 plus root 5 is going to give us 2 root of 5. And we bring down the last guy. And if we do that now, we will see what that is going to be. So we finally open up the bracket here. So 6 times 1 is equal to 6. The same 6 will multiply this to give us 6 root 5. And we are done with 6. We come over to this term. 2 root 5 times 1 will still be 2 root 5. And 2 root 5 times root 5. Remember, in multiplication of sorts, let me remove this. Remember that under multiplication of sorts, if I have a root b times C root D, we are told that the rational number will multiply rational number. So A will multiply C to give us AC, and root will multiply root to give us root of BD. So the same is going to happen here. You're having 2 root 5 times root 5. Remember that the rational part here is 1. So 2 times 1 is going to give us 2, and root 5 will multiply root 5. Remember we said here that it is equal to 5. So that 5 will multiply this 2. And that is our expansion. So we'll finally now collect items. Collect those that don't have root and collect the ones that have root. So 6 here will add to 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 6, that is 16. And then root 6 root 5 plus 2 root 5 is going to give us 8 root 5. And of course, you know, if I have similar this thing, all you need to do is to add their coefficients. So 6 plus 2 is 8, and then you just bring down the root 5. So that's how this gave us that, as was said in the video. Alright, so this is all I said to show in this video. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do give a thumbs up to this video. We'll see